Good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. I hope this message finds you well. A little MIA this weekend because I just needed rest. I just wanted to relax, rest, and do a whole bunch of nothing. I got some cleaning done. But after the weekend of camping and then all of this week, and then some people went down for the count with sinus infections, and it's been a crazy week, but it's Monday. Let's go. Get up. Let's do this. Wherever this message finds you, we'll be going over Joshua's chapter 15, 16, and 17 today. And hopefully you've read chapter 7. So again, my apologies for skipping that day. It was a day. But we're back on schedule. So chapter 15, verse 1 goes like this. So this was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah according to their families. The border of Edom at the wilderness of Zin southward was the extreme southern boundary. And their southern border began at the shore of the Salt Sea from the bay that faces southward. Then it went out to the southern side of the ascent of Akrabim, passed along to Zin, ascended on the south side of Kadesh Barnea, passed along to Hezron, went up to Adar, and went around to Karka. Verse 4, from there it passed toward Asmon, and went out to the brook of Egypt, and the border ended at the sea. This shall be your southern border. The east border was the Salt Sea far as the mouth of the Jordan, and the border on the northern quarter began at the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. The border went up to Beth Hogla and passed north of Beth Arabah, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. Then the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Acre, and it turned northward toward Gilgal, which is before the ascent of Edim, which is on the south side of the valley. The border continued towards the waters of En Shemesh and ended at En Rogel. And the border went out up by the valley of the son of Hinnom to the southern slope of the Jebusite city, which is now today Jerusalem. The border went up to the top of the mountain that lies before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is the end of the valley of Rephaim northward. Verse 9, then the border went around the top of the hill to the fountain of the water of Neptua, and extended to the cities of Mount Ephraim. And the border went around to Bela, which is Kirjath Jearim. Then the border turned westward from Bela to Mount Seir, passed along to the side of Mount Jearim on the north, which is Chesalon, went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out to the side of Ekron northward. Then the border went around to Shikron, passed along to Mount Bela, and extended to Jebneel, and the border ended at the sea. Verse 12, and the west border was the coastline of the Great Sea. This is the boundary of the children of Judah all around according to their families. Now to Caleb the son of Jephunneh, he gave a share among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, namely Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak. Caleb drove out the 3 sons of Anak from there, Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, the children of Anak. Then he went up from there to the inhabitants of Debir, formerly the name of Debir was Kirjath Sepher. Verse 16, and Caleb said, he who attacks Kirjath Sepher and takes it, to him I will give Aksa, my daughter, as wife. I know I'm butchering his name, so I apologize. Bear with me. So Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Aksa, his daughter, as wife. Now it was so, when she came to him, that she persuaded him to ask her father for a field. So she dismounted from her donkey, and Caleb said to her, what do you wish? She answered, give me a blessing. Since you have given me the land in the south, give me also the springs of water. So he gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. Verse 20, this was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. The cities at the limits of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the border of Edom in the south were Kebzeel, Ader, Jagur, Kina, Dimona, Adada, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Zip, Talem, Beloth, Hazor, Hadattah, Kirioth, and Hezron, which is Hazor. Amam, Shema, Molada, Hazar Gada, Heshman, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shul, Beersheba, Bizjothah. Verse 29, Bela, Ezem, Eltodlad, Chesel, Horma, Ziklag, Madmana, Sansana, Leboath, Shalihim, Ain, and Remian. All the cities are 29 with their villages. Verse 33, in the lowland, Eshtiel, Zorah, Ashna, Zenoah, En-Ganim, Tapua, Adam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soka, Azekah, Shararium, Adidathium, Gediar, and Gederothium. 14 cities with their villages. Verse 37, Zenan, Hadesha, Migdal-Gad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kebon, Lamas, Kithlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Nama, and Mekkedah. 16 cities with their villages. Verse 42, Libnah, Ether, Eshan, Jipta, Ashna, Nezib, Keilah, Ashzib, and Marishah. 9 cities with their villages. Ekron with its towns and villages, from Ekron to the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages. Ashdod with its towns and villages, Gaza with its towns and villages, and as far as the brook of Egypt and the great sea with its coastline. Verse 48, and in the mountain country, Shamir, Jatir, Soka, Dana, Kirjath-Sana, which is Debir, Anab, Eshtemoa, Anim, Goshen, Hola, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages. Arab, Duma, Eshian, Januim, Beth Tupa, Epheka, Humita, Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron, and Zaire, 9 cities with their villages. Verse 55, Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Judah, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Helhul, Bethzur, Geder, Marath, Beth Anoth, and Eltikon, 6 cities with their villages. Kirjath Baal, which is Kirjath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Araba, Midian, Sekah, Nibshan, the city of salt, and En-Gedi, 6 cities with their villages. Last verse 63 is for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem. The children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem to this day. Chapter 16, verse 1. The lot fell to the children of Joseph from the Jordan by Jericho, to the waters of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goes up from Jericho through the mountain to Bethel. Then went out from Bethel to Luz, passed along to the border of the Architites at Atroth, and went down westward to the boundary of the Japhletites, as far as the boundary of Lower Beth Horon to Gezer, and it ended to the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance. Verse 5, the border of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, was thus. The border of their inheritance on the east side was Ataroth Adar, as far as the upper Beth Horon. And the border went out towards the sea on the north side of Mikmetha, when the border went around eastward to Tanath Shiloh, and passed it by it on the east of Genoha. Then it went down from Genoha to Adaroth and Nerah, reached to Jericho, and came out to the Jordan. Verse 8, the border went out from Tapua westward to the brook Canaan, and it ended up at the sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim according to their families. The separate cities for the children of Ephraim were among inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all the cities with their villages. And they did not drive out the Canaanites who dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites to this day. to this day, and have become forced laborers. Now, chapter 17, verse 1. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, namely from Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he was given Gilead and Bashan. And there was a lot of the rest of the children of Manasseh according to their families, for the children of Abizer, the children of Halak, and the children of Asriel, the children of Shechem, the children of Hepher, and the children of Shemitah. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, according to their families. But Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but only daughters, and these are the names of his daughters: Manlah, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the rulers, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brothers. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among their father's brothers. Verse 5, 10 shares fell to Manasseh, besides the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side of the Jordan, because of the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the territory of Manasseh was from Asher to Michmethath, that lies east of Shechem, and the border went along south to inhabitants of En-Tepuah. Manasseh had the land of Tepuah, but the Tepuah on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the borders descended to the brook of Canaan, southward to the brook. These cities of Ephraim were among the cities of Manasseh. The border of Manasseh was on the north side of the brook, and it ended at the sea. Verse 10, southward it was Ephraim's, northward it was Manasseh's, and the city was its border. Manasseh's territory was adjoining Masher on the north and Issachar on the east. And in Issachar and Asher, Manasseh had Beth Shean and its towns, the Ibleam and its towns, the inhabitants of Dor and its towns, and the inhabitants of Endor and its towns, the inhabitants of Tanakh and its towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and its towns, 3 hilly regions. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites were determined to dwell in that land. Verse 13, and it happened, when the children of Israel grew strong, they put the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not utterly drive them out. Then the children of Joseph spoke to Joshua, saying, Why have you given us only one lot and one share to inherit, since we are great people, inasmuch as the Lord has blessed us until now? So Joshua answered them, If you are a great people, then go up to the forest country and clear a place for yourselves there in the land of the Perizzites and the giants, since the mountains of Ephraim are too confined for you. But the children of Joseph said, The mountain country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron. Both those are of Beth Shean and its towns, and those are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spoke to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying, You are a great people and have great power. You shall not have only one lot. Verse 18, But the mountain country shall be yours. Although it is wooded, you shall cut it down, and its farthest extent shall be yours. For you shall drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots and are strong. That is all for today's Bible study, ladies. A lot of discussion of cities and things, not as much of a, deep dive, juicy story that some of us were looking for this morning. It's okay. It's going to get there. All in due time. Again, I apologize if I butchered those names. I'm still trying to play wake up. However, we got through our 3 chapters. Hopefully you can meditate on them and see what it is that you need to know or learn out of it. If you need prayer, please send me a message. I hope to talk to you soon, which I will. Let's have a great day. Bye.